What is up, everybody? This will be my Hecarim jungle video, and Hecarim jungle, one of the best junglers in the patch right now. I'm going to be showing you how to play him and everything you need to know, from the runes to the items to everything. For starters, I am going to be doing the Conquer page with Sorcerer Second. This is one of the pages I use when I'm against more melee champions, or if I just don't really want to go phase rush. I know some people don't like the phase rush rune page, so this is the setup if you want to do the Conqueror setup. And for builds, I mean, Eclipse into Cleaver is like the go-to build. Hecarim, you want to get the boots in between, but your goal is to kind of like, get for the boots and then go into the Eclipse. Cleaver second's really good. Def stance really broken. Zeke's also quite strong. You just have to figure out how you want to itemize. Always build as much damage early game though if you can. So here for pathing, generally you want to just solo Raptors if you're starting red side, because I just like to path bot side. Starting top side, if I was on blue side, I generally start blue. So it's really up to you how you want to path. One thing to remember is you have to be careful about getting cheese as Hecarim. This game I'm against a Rengar jungle, so if I start on, this side of the jungle, it's actually quite good to avoid the Rengar cheese. There is a chance though Rengar could cheese me on, potentially my blue sides. So I have to watch out for that kind of stuff. Important things on Hecarim, sorry 1 second, I'm moving my mouse, is to remember that when you're playing Hecarim jungle, it's all about keeping your stacks going, and you're just going to be farming as much as possible. This game we're going to be playing in Emerald Diamond, and we're just going to be trying to play it for ourselves, right? We always want to be farming as much as possible. Hecarim, after the bus, one of the most broken junglers in the game. I despise him right now, just because if he's ever in a situation where, you're not able to kind of punish him, he just gets way ahead. So here you want to smite Q once and smite to keep the stacks going. There, I didn't explain it as well, but you want to keep the stacks going. So there I Q'd it as I'm dragging it. You might drop one stack off here, but it's okay. In the end, we keep 3 stacks going really good. And it's mostly because if we have the 3 stacks going like this, for example, if I'm on my blue or something, I can potentially fight my way out of a bad situation, right? So if we have our W up right now, if Rengar shows up from this side of the brush, usually if you get cheese, you got to watch out from here. So what you want to do is drag it a bit towards the Grom. And once you kind of secure that the blue is fine, you're really safe here. This is where you're really safe. But you just want to kind of keep vision on this area where my mouse is hovering, because this area is hard for them to punish you. And now I feel like I'm not getting cheese, and I see balling is all inning, so that's just a gank angle. The way I gank is always through stacks, right? You can see I'm going to ghost early here just because we're going to keep our stacks going. So I just need vision pretty much. Ooh, I knew the Twitch was somewhere, that little rat. Here we see the Rengar. And this is what really is nice when you end up in a situation like this, where you just get a kill after a full clear. This is the thing about Hecarim that's super RNG, is pretty much exactly this. You're able to get that kill after full clearing. You're just in a really good situation. Maybe even undeserving, but a good situation. So here I'm going to just keep my stacks going. Maybe Neferi TPs here, and we can get like a scrap. And I think an easy kill would be on this Ahri. Maybe even the Rengar too. And just a really good early game here. We may die for it, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Obviously, you're like, oh, Inori, man, they're so dumb. Listen, this is the thing about Hecarim jungle. Every time I lose to it, I'm always thinking the same thing. How are my team so dumb? How do they die to this game? Doesn't this Rengar know Hecarim was bot side? And I just stack my Qs up and I kill them, and it's so free, and this champion is disgusting. And the Conqueror, I like the Conqueror. Phase Rush, I would give you recommendations is to generally go Conqueror, especially if you're newer. And to go Phase Rush, I would say go Phase Rush versus generally the comps that have like if you're against like a Kindred jungle or like a really heavy range comp, or if the enemy team has like a lot of slow abilities, then the Phase Rush is really good, and I would recommend going like Phase Rush in that situation, right? So far it doesn't look like they're nerfing Hecarim, so you're gonna have a few patches of just really abusing this champion, but it's all about that full clear. As you can see, I emphasize heavily on, I could maybe gank Ahri here, but there really is no reason, because I still haven't full cleared, and that's rule number 1. Unless she's like super free, like 1 HP, then I'll go. But even this guy himself, he's doing a good job getting her low. This is something now we can maybe entertain more, but we always keep our stacks going. And she did just get 6, so now it's like, okay, I don't even think we can kill. So what I'm going to do is just ward. and just kind of catch the wave as it pushes out. This guy will never reach this wave, and this is a big wave, like a cannon wave. So we do want to kind of get it. You know how much I don't like, you know, giving too much for like showing yourself for waves, but that was a good wave to show. So here, just a real quick question, guys. Remember Rengar, when we finished full clearing, he was here. So he should be here if we both follow full clear. So this is just a straight beautiful dive that we should be incorporation. And that R, you see how the R, people don't realize this about Hecarim R, but it has two parts. When you are in a line, the ghosts are what does the damage. The circle part about the Hecarim thing is the fear. So even if you dodge like where I'm dashing to, you get hit by the ghost, you're taking the magic damage, which pretty much happened there. So here I kind of want to do the dragon because Rengar just died. But Rengar's dead. Even next patch when death timers are nerfed, you should always sort of be ready to do objective like this, especially on a jungler who's, you know, I have pretty much good items to do it. Even if I didn't get any help from the boy, it still would be a really good dragon for me. Overall, just good play. Here, I think I don't want Jhin to get hooked or anything, so I'm just going to act like I'm watching their back. Truthfully, I don't care for them that much. And here, I'm just going to do one more camp. We're going to check how much Eclipse is. There's no way I'll have enough for it. And that dive bot side was really good. And, you know, it was just about knowing that, you know, I full cleared and I ended up bot. And when I was doing crab, Rengar full cleared and ended up top because he was on crab, top crab, right? So you can just kind of do some deduction right there and be like, okay, so Rengar started bot side. So if he goes back to where he started, which generally he should, unless he stayed too late, then he's always going to end up going this way. And that's how you kind of play around pathing and just knowing really important information. So here I'm going to start red. Sometimes be careful when you go into your red like this, because if you do red like this, after doing a dragon, the enemy jungler knows that, oh, hey, he just did dragon. Maybe he's going to be late to his top side. So they can punish people like that. And even you can punish people like that. But just be careful, because you do get cheesed a lot as Hecarim when you're farming. If you ever get cheesed and you die, that's pretty much what you need to avoid. Hecarim's his weakness is dying to invades early. If you're able to just full clear uninterrupted, pretty much how we're doing it right now, you're gonna win every game on Hecarim, period. If you don't make mistakes, like you just continue farming like what I'm doing right now and just play off the ganks after the full clear, you're playing perfectly. And if this champion kind of plays itself, you can make some pretty terrible plays, but with R and triple Q stacks, which, you know, how I've been showing you guys, we always drag the camp before we're gonna go for a play, like a gank or anything. Keep our stacks ready to go. If you play like this, you know, you're always good, right? For example, here I would just kind of mess that one up, but like you get the gist of it. So we're gonna be maxing Q, W second. I always want to kind of forward vision ward just to be safe. I don't really want to force plays. I want to stack first always if I can. So I don't want Ari to clear this. So what I'm gonna do is just go on her early. We'll probably get her R here. That should be good though. And I mean, initially I was like, okay, Rengar's R and Ari got out. Not a good fight. But the second he jumps in, like, I don't know why he jumped in, but he jumped in. Then you just engage, right? Because, I mean, I'm absolutely strong. I'm not afraid to win. Here I'm going to fight in a second once I Q stack. I'm going to go on Ari because we know she kind of used everything already. Thank you. Thank you for being a witness to my greatness right there. And I'm going to just steal his raptors. Small chance after Rengar dies, he could instantly run here. Maybe a 50% chance, but since he's not here yet, he's most likely on Krug, so maybe we can do a quick one on him. See if he's here. We're extremely strong, so we can maybe kill. I will die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. This is like the perfect Hecarim game, right? And it does happen when you get a full clear off, no one ganks you, no cheesing. You get a kill, maybe 2 kills. You buy your CDR boots early, or ability haste boots. You get like a sword, a pickaxe. Very great. That's like the go-to. So here we're going to go into Cleaver. The general builds, I think, which is really good, is, Cleaver second, really okay. If you're doing really well and you're against like an AD comp like this, I would go DD third. Death Stance third item, very broken. You could go Death Stance second too in some situations. This game, they have a good amount of magic damage. If they're full AD, I'd probably go DD second. It's really strong after the buffs to the armor. But this game, it's going to be a DD third angle. And then for MR, honestly, Maw is actually really good on Hecarim. Hecarim's the type of champion that you kind of want to just build. Like if you're doing really well, you just want to build like as much damage as possible. Obviously, this game, there's really not that much magic damage yet. So it'll probably just be like whatever looks good. But you really just want to build a lot of damage. So here, Rengar, not having a good time. It's brutal when you just get Hecarim like that. Your mental. Rengar players, very weak mental. You got to take advantage of that. They're very cheesy, right? So you always want to path well. Like this game, if I started blue and I was pathing like this way, I might have ran into Hecarim on my red. So you can see how that would have been dangerous. So you always want to avoid those really sort of dangerous situations. So always think about how you're pathing. Here, this Ari, I'm just going to finish it. Always try to dodge the charm if you can. I'm going to buffer the thing. I'm not really afraid of this fight. In fact, I applaud it, right? There's nothing I would love to do more than to annihilate the fox. So what are we going to do? Keep our stocks going here. I'm going to just go in, I think. Oh my god. Damn it. Kaysanti, you had one job, Kaysanti. Wait for the king to arrive. Alright, a bit of a throw. God damn, am I rich or what? I should have just finished the Gromp, would have been full health. Could have waited for my ghost, would have leveled up. Just things to remember in situations like that. If you want to do like a play like that, just finish the camp. It's super quick. I had smite up. Mistake was not finishing the Gromp. I would have healed up. I would have been, ghost would be back up. I would have killed them. Extremely easy. I really don't want to wait 50 gold. I'm just going to go on the map fast. But game is still in our hands. So how do we want to continue winning from a position that we're really ahead? Just pretty much reduce risk. Play for objectives, right? So dragon's up right now. So what I want to do is just literally just do red and then go take control of dragon area. Do not let the enemy team, when you're ahead, take objectives like this. Always be in that area. Always just be ready to, do it right away or just fight it. In this situation, my team is already in a decent position to do it, right? We have our ball lane here. We have our mid laner here. Top lane doesn't matter. So ideally, we want to start it, right? So we're just going to start it. When they're on tower like this, it's sometimes dangerous to be on objectives. But it's not your fault. It's actually their fault because they're being greedy. But since we're really ahead, I'll just say it's fine. Personally, fighting after is not the best, but again, I'm really ahead, so I can just face check everything. Just keep spamming your Q, pretty much. Not really gonna chase under tower. I'm just acting like I don't see her, but I see her. I mean, that's just me being really ahead. There in your situation, you could have easily just full cleared ball side, and I think that's safer and that's better. But obviously for you guys, I'm trying to put on a little bit of a show for you guys because I love you all. But generally, in that sequence, you see how I was saving my R a bit to have like a good angle where I could just kind of like hit 2 people. You can Q while you're in your R. Important things to remember: you can Q while you're in your ulti. You can cast every ability pretty much when you're R, and also with your Q. You can just Q it as you're about to hit, right? A good thing with your E, right about when you're about to hit someone, hit the Q. And sometimes with your E, sometimes you don't even want to use it to hit people. You're just spinning around like this. A lot of times you're going to do that until the very end, right? That's a good thing to remember. It's giving you a lot of movement speed to just help you chase and build up your passive damage. So here I'm probably just going to do crab and reset. I have a lot of money. And there are a few ways to build, but honestly, if you're ahead, just go DD. DD is really, really strong right now. Maul is good too sometimes. After Cleaver though, of course. Sterix as well. This game. I'll probably just go like this. I like to keep yellow trinkets a lot of times in this current jungle meta. I just think it's really, Sweeper is really worthless. So I would recommend for you to just stay on yellow trinkets and just use it kind of to like help you vision. This game, it's starting to kind of, how do I say, like it's starting to become, you know, very in our control. So I just want to make sure I'm getting the objectives. Wow, I'm super strong, right? I just bought all my items. This guy is crazy for even showing up like this. I don't think he remembers him. I think this Twitch is about to witness God. Witness me! Witness me! I got rooted. My mistake. Overall, though, we made a lot of money off that play. I'm gonna have more Warhammer soon, too. Ooh, interesting interaction. I guess if they base in time, Nefarious W times out. But yeah, you always want to choke them out. You don't want to give them opportunities too much. Obviously, that opportunity for them, but have fun sometimes when you're really ahead, too. That's the thing about Hecarim. When you play it like this, you're going to have these chances to be really... You're going to have a lot of chances to just have fun when you're really ahead. Because this champion's overtuned. Super broken. Disgusting, if you will. My goal is to play around these objectives, right? So I know Herald, 2 minutes. So I have 2 minutes on Herald. Dragons, the next one, right? Where 2 dragons are ready. Game's never over till you end it. So I always kind of play as if like, you know, the objectives are the most important things. After you finish these objectives, I don't like get baited to help people. I think I'm not gonna help a Sante because he's like a role player this game. Like he's irrelevant to this game. I'm gonna do the objective, and if they show up while I'm on the objective, sure, let's fight. You know what I mean? Oh my god, he got it. What a fucking mad life. No way this Ari is gonna get out after all that. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. I think the Jace is here. A really nice hoorah from them. Little final showdown. But pretty much irrelevant. Now I just kind of like cannibalize his jungle. Always take the enemy jungle. Like when you're really ahead, if you have opportunities to start stealing the other guy's jungle, always do their jungle before yours. Pretty much at this point of the game, taking their jungle is twice as much value as farming your own. It's literally twice as much value. So just think about that. Because not only are you gaining the gold, you're also taking the gold away from them. So you always want to kind of be like the bully on the map, the way I'm showing you, and just really starve out the other jungler. So here they're trying to fight. They're looking for plays or whatever. I just need the boy to come to me. Come here, Milo. We'll be okay. Get on the back line. I don't think Ari is going to be easy to kill, but the Twitch should be easy. To watch out for Charm. I don't want to be tanky. Very easy, very clean fight. I mean, it looks like the enemy team wants FF. So I'm probably going to look to base and get my items fast. I could do the dragon now, but because I don't think the enemy team can contest it, I already killed 2 people. There's no way they're going to get it, so I'm just going to base so I can be on the map fast with that item. So here, Sterix is a good item. The AP was a problem. A good AP. I like Sterix because it's really safe for you to kind of keep winning. It's just a very safe item to build at this point of the game too. Even though you could say, Inori, you don't have that much HP, it's not that bad. It is giving you the HP that you may lack. And when I say, like, when you're ahead, I really don't think you should be... What the hell? I don't want you to build too defensive if you're way ahead. Just keep snowballing if you feel like it's one of those angles. I don't want to R and RA, right? One thing to remember with your R, it's like some champions are just hyper mobility. They have hyper mobility, and ulting them is just not worth it. Once Ari runs once Ari R runs out, that's when you can kind of look for like more plays. Here I'm just using the knowledge to kind of stack. Oh, to the final, to the bitter end. You see what's happening though? Is the DD is healing me absurd amounts. When you go in, you gotta keep going. And it's just about a helicopter, right? You just keep spamming Qs and you're gonna deal out a lot of damage. So my full build would have been like Asterix, maybe a Maul if I need a Mark. You can just go into Spear Sojourn as well. It just gives you more damage. Here, Spear Sojourn would have been really good as well. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck on the Hecarim climb.